there's so many things, there's so many components, so many aspects of motherhood that we enter in and we just have no idea. But we also don't feel like there's a safe space to ask those questions. My name is Melissa, and I am the founder of Couch Mom Club. I am a wife. I have 2 children. My firstborn is Teo. He's my son. I just fell in love with him when he was born. And my second is my firecracker, Noelle. She's my daughter, and she's just amazing. I'm in love with her too. If you had asked me, like, who are you, even like 4 or 5 years ago, I would have gone into details about my career goals and what I wanted to do for a living and, you know, how I wanted to grow in that way. But when I became a wife and then when I became a mother, I feel like the description of who I am had to come to a halt right there. Not because that is all that I am, but because there is so much wrapped up in being a wife and a mother that I can just talk about those 2 aspects of my life and give you a full sum of who I am as a person. But right now I'm in that journey of figuring out life as a wife and life as a mother. So if you're asking me who I am, my name is Melissa. I am the founder of Couch Mom Club, and I am a wife, and I am a mother of 2 kids.
Now, how have you found that in becoming a wife and a mother, you would change?
I think change is constant. I think that every time you go through life and you pick up another badge of honor from an experience or from something that you've gone through, something that you've leveled up in, once you've graduated from school, once you've gotten married, once you've become a mother, once you've lost somebody close to you, like, you're always leveling up in such a way where you're changing, you're constantly changing, constantly evolving, constantly becoming. And I love that, because if you weren't changing, you'd be dead. And I believe in living, and I believe in life, and because I am alive and because I am living, I'm always changing. How I adapt to those changes, how I move forward, how I embrace it is another thing, because not every change is something that I'm eager and willing to embrace. But I have changed so much since becoming a mom. I don't think that when I became a wife, I changed as much as I did when I became a mom. Motherhood does a thing to you where it literally throws you upside down for a moment. And after you have your kids, you are then on a journey to redeveloping and re-understanding and rediscovering who you are as a woman. And for me, a lot of the times when I hear things like, oh, you don't change when you become a mom, or the kids don't change you, this is the person that you've always been, I don't think that's true. I think that whenever you find yourself in a position of motherhood, you're gonna go through changes, whether you came upon it accidentally or if it was planned. If your motherhood was planned, like you and a partner, you and your husband sat out and had a family plan and then you started to have your children, or if motherhood was dropped on your lap by some way of happenstance, I'll say, it changes you. It changes who you are. It rearranges your thoughts, and even the rearranging of your thoughts and of your priorities produces some kind of change in you. When I had my son, I thought I knew everything about who I was. I thought that I was entering motherhood on an establishment of who Melissa was. And when I found myself kind of lost and kind of sunken in just fatigue, just being so tired, so worn out, I kind of felt like, okay, well, what am I doing here and who am I? I got swallowed up by motherhood. Like, it like literally swallowed me. And even though I was functioning and I was taking care of the baby and I was doing everything for him, it was from a very tired and worn out place. I was so tired. I remember even once I fell asleep with him in my arms and I got up to, you kind of get through these routines in your life where you kind of do things with your eyes closed. But my puppy needed to go out, so we would let him out in the backyard to go run around and go pee and stuff. So I got up, opened the door, went back to the couch, and I was like, I thought I had the baby in my hand. Like, what the heck happened to the baby? When I realized, I saw that he was kind of squished in between the two cushions. Like, while I was letting the dog out, he kind of rolled in between the cushions, and I didn't see him anymore. And I was like, what is going on? And then at that moment, I was like, I'm really tired. I'm like, I'm gonna get so lost and sucked into this hole of being tired that I'm not even gonna realize what the heck happened. And before I know it, my son is gonna be graduated from school or driving or something, and I would have missed it all. And it was at that place of just feeling completely lost and feeling completely tired that I just literally heard the voice of God say, welcome to the club. Like, and I was like, the club? What the heck are you talking about? And he was like, this is the Couch Mom Club. And it was so weird because I spent a lot of time on my couch. I nursed on the couch. I napped on the couch. I watched him play on the couch while he was doing tummy time. I was often on the couch while he was doing these things, and I was just looking at him grow up and watching myself kind of sink deeper and deeper and deeper into fatigue and complete tired. Like, it was just tired. It was a place called Tired. And it was on the couch where I began to feel like completely lost, that I began to find myself again through hearing God's voice say, welcome to the club. And the words Couch Mom Club came shortly thereafter, and I was like, there should be a club for us moms that are just finding solace in our couches. It's like you're sinking down into this couch, not only for comfort, but also for just a place to view life. It's centered in your living room. Most people have a very comfortable couch. Like, the first thing you do when you buy a couch is test how comfortable it is, right? But the couch shifted from a place of relaxation and lounging, like I would call it, into a place of launching, because on that very same couch I got the download of what Couch Mom Club would be. I got the understanding of how it would affect people, mothers in particular, across platforms that I didn't even have any business thinking that I had influence. And just like one by one, the pieces were starting to come to me, and I was like, oh my goodness. And it was around November after I had my son, and I had my son in June. So it was a long time of just feeling out of myself that this thought came to me. And then it was even longer after that I actually did something with it. The Lord kept bringing it back to me. Couch Mom Club, you need to do something about this. And what it is actually is just a place right now online because we can't meet in person, but it's a place where moms, new moms in particular, and even seasoned moms who have found themselves, like I was, just in a deep sunken place on the couch, find themselves in a place where they can get the encouragement that they need in order to get up off the couch, like physically get up off the couch and start to do stuff, start to engage in life. It's similar to what they were doing before they had kids, right? I heard growing up a lot of the times, like, when you have kids, your dreams get put on hold. Your ambitions get put on hold. What you are, who you are, what you want to do, who you want to be gets put on hold because you have these children. And now, after having gone through some of the experience that I've gone through, I realized that it's not so much that you have to pause those things for your children to now come up and become something, but you have to be simultaneously working out those things while you're creating nurturing environments for your kids, for them to develop and grow and become all that they are meant to be. You have to still do those things as well. Like, you never arrive and then have kids. Like, you're always changing, you're always evolving, you're always growing. So when you have your children, that changing, that growing, that evolving shouldn't just stop there. In fact, your kids need to see you achieving your goals. Your kids need to be very comfortable and very involved in an environment where mom is crushing her goals every single day. And sometimes that goal is getting up off the couch and washing dishes. And sometimes that goal is starting a business or writing a book. You know, like there's never a limitation to all that the mom can be. I always say mom does everything. She does everything. And because she does everything, she is everything. And there's no reason that after having given birth that should stop. It's actually the beginning of what she can be. The really cool thing about Couch Mom Club is that it's happening in real time. So as I am growing and evolving and seeking out knowledge and getting information, so is Couch Mom Club. Especially because it's not my journey and the story of me and my children. It's the story literally of mothers. It is the experience of mom. I like Couch Mom Club because it's a place where you can grow and change and evolve. It's not a stagnant, this is what it is today and this is what it will always be. As I grow, as I mature, as new information becomes available to moms, the club is gonna grow and the club is gonna change. Like ultimately, this is a place where you can come to not only get encouragement for yourself, but get something to stand on. Like a lot of the times we enter into motherhood and we find ourselves in a place where we're just clueless. We don't know what we found ourselves in. Like motherhood can be very scary because you enter in and baby starts coughing and you're just like, he's never made that sound before. What do I do? Or you see a rash come up on your baby's face and you're like, what is happening here? Or baby is sleeping on his belly, for example, and you're like, I was told that a baby should never sleep on his belly. I'm doing it wrong. Like there's so many things, there's so many components, so many aspects of motherhood that we enter in and we just have no idea. But we also don't feel like there's a safe space to ask those questions. You end up Googling a lot of stuff, and Google can be so scary because it's like, Google will tell you that your kid is an alligator or that he's gonna grow a third arm if you do a certain thing. Like Google is don't consult Google. Google will mess you up. But I think that when you become a mom, it's almost expected that as you have this baby, you're going to have everything that you need in terms of knowledge and understanding and know-how on how to take care of this child. And the fact is that sometimes we just don't know and we need to ask those questions. But I think that there's pressure on us with that expectation to just know what we're doing, that we either don't ask the questions or just don't feel like there's a safe place to ask those questions. Couch Mom Club is a place where you can ask those questions. It's a place where you can get language to what you're feeling, a place where you can get the comfort and the nourishment that you need in order to grow and become. It's just a safe place for moms to be, to become, and just to flourish and develop. Because I strongly believe that in order for our children to have everything that they need to grow up, to become great adults, mom has to have everything that she needs to. And we're just doing that together. We're just on a journey of making sure that we're good in order to make sure that our children are good.
What do you feel sets you apart from other channels?
So the whole YouTube thing is just another avenue of Couch Mom Club, right? It's just another path. And it's literally just to document my life and my journey with my own kids. Not only will I be motivating or saying something directly to moms, but I'll also be giving you insight of what my life looks like and teaching through demonstration, so to speak. So if you're seeing certain things on my channel with the things that I'm doing with my kids, with how I speak to them, with how we approach new things, when we go on outings, the different things that we do to prepare, just even when we do things like the affirmation jar. A lot of people have been asking me about the affirmation jar and just wondering why I do that. What is that all about? I've never actually come out and said, this is what we do and why. But as you start to see me doing those things, you're gonna naturally ask questions. And I'm so comfortable and so open to you asking your questions. I understand that my parenting style might not resonate with everyone, but I feel like on YouTube, you can see me doing life with my kids and you can see what it is that I offer the world in terms of my parenting style, how I approach it, how I approach raising them and understanding them as children, and then how I approach myself and understanding myself and giving myself grace to raise myself as I'm raising them. And the really, really cool thing is that all of that is going to be brought to you guys in a very cinematic, very fun, very different way. Like, you're gonna see a lot of mommy vloggers, and I love watching those channels. There are a couple people that I am totally committed to, but you're gonna see me do the whole mommy vlogging thing in a very different way. I'm gonna be learning different ways to bring the message to you. I'm gonna be learning how to do it in a fun way, and you're gonna see that through different camera stunts, different angles, different methods of, you know, recording and editing and things like that. And the really, really, really cool thing is that that is not just a me thing. This is an entire family endeavor. Couch Mom Club is centered around the mother, but how we produce that content and how we get that out to you is a family thing. Like, this is all hands in, all hands on deck, all of us. And if we have any more kids, they're gonna be put to the plow as well. I think that a large part of who I am as a mom is very, very influenced by my husband and my children. So what you're seeing a lot of the times is me. But how I even get to sit here and be in front of you on this YouTube channel is a whole family endeavor. So my husband is sometimes behind the camera. He's helping me with the edits. He's sitting here asking me questions. Teo will come up and help me. He'll be in the videos, things like that. So it's all of us just coming together and making Couch Mom Club what it is. Because I couldn't be mom unless somebody was calling me mom. And if somebody's calling me mom, it had to be because of a man who decided to make me his wife and then allow me to bear his children. So it's a whole family dynamic.
Now, how do you feel that the channel has grown? Even, first of all, when did it start? And how do you feel that the channel has grown so far?
I hate the when did it start question, because it didn't start when it was supposed to. Okay, it started when it was supposed to, but it didn't start when I received the unction to do it, I guess you can say. When the Lord said, do it, go, I was like, I'm too scared. I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to start. I have no idea. And I think for a long time I sat with the idea of Couch Mom Club and I didn't share it with my husband, who happens to just be a genius when it comes to technology and cameras and computers and things like that. And I was just like, I don't know how to start and I don't know what to do. And the Lord was like, okay, well, what is in your hands? What do you have available to you? And I was looking around and I'm like, well, I don't have the right cameras. I don't have the right gear. I don't have the knowledge of the right cameras. Sitting right beside me was my husband, who had the right cameras and had the right gear and knew how to work them and what to do. And I was like, oh. So when did we start? We started at the beginning of quarantine, which just so happened to be the perfect time to start because we had the time. We had the time. Like, even before, to be able to accomplish what we've accomplished now, if it wasn't for those couple of months of being on lockdown, I don't think that we would have come this far. And you know, I just have a little space, a little corner here on YouTube with my 200 plus subscribers, and I love each and every one of you with all my heart. And I think that that's a big deal. Although my heart is for us to grow, of course, there's always room here on the couch. There's always room in the club. My heart is for us to grow, but I am so thrilled that I have 200 plus already in the club. And when you're asking me when did we start, that's a bit of a sore spot for me because I'm like, I wish I had started sooner. So for anybody who's watching this and they're like, oh, I want to start, but I'm not sure, go for it. Go for it. Because then you're going to end up in the seat like me saying, I wish I started when I should have started. And I wish I had started sooner. So let me save you. Let me save you a little bit of the trouble and just start. I promise you, if you don't have the right equipment, if you don't have the right knowledge, if you don't have even the confidence to do it, if you just start. And I hear it said a lot, even in this time, do it scared. If you don't just start, you're going to wish that you had started when your mind told you to start, when your heart told you to start. Because what you can do in that time will be remarkable, and it will all be a part of your story. You're gonna sit in a seat like this explaining who you are, explaining why you started your channel, and then you're gonna realize how important that start date was and how much you accomplished when you started. So just go ahead, just jump in and start.
So tell me a little bit about what your week looks like as far as posting.
So when I show up on YouTube, I will be here on Mondays. I do a thing called Couch Mom Mondays. That's basically the day that I just do anything. It could be a vlog about my day. It can be just information that I've learned or something that I want to bring to you in Couch Mom style. Usually on my couch talking to you. On Tuesdays, I do a thing called Toonie Tuesdays with my 2 kids. So that's 2 kids, 2 minutes, doing something fun. And that's usually when they pull from their affirmation jar and they will read out what that affirmation is. So then I post again on Wednesday, just piggybacking off of the affirmation from Tuesday. And while I teach my kids off camera about whatever it is that they pull from that affirmation jar, I will use that same affirmation and make it make sense to moms on Wednesday. And I call that Wisdom for Wednesday. And that name wasn't even something that I came up with. I just posted on a Wednesday one day and somebody was like, "Ooh, this is Wisdom for Wednesday." And I was like, yes, absolutely, yes it is. So I just ran with it. So on Wednesdays, I just post a Wisdom for Wednesday video. And the reason why I do that is because we can get so caught up in raising our children, giving them what they need, telling them what they need, teaching them what they need, and setting them in a good path for life, to set them up for life. But we don't do that same thing, and we don't take the same effort to teach ourselves, to speak good and well of ourselves, to affirm and reaffirm ourselves as mothers. And I think that is so important. We need to tell ourselves how important we are. We need to remind ourselves how loved we are. We need to remind ourselves that it is okay to make mistakes. Like, we need to tell ourselves these things. Not only is it important for the children to hear it, from us especially, but we need to hear it for ourselves, from ourselves too. And on Friday, I do a thing called Finally Friday, and that is just where I get to unwind. I get to just be. I get to take my wig off, quite literally, and just completely unwind in front of the camera and just be me. That is where you're gonna get the most sincere and most deep sense of who I am as a person. When the weight of the week is off and when I'm beginning my weekend, you're gonna see all of that. You're gonna see me just at my rawest, most natural self. And the way that Finally Friday actually came about is because I went through severe postpartum hair loss, and I was just like, this sucks. Now, I don't know if you yourself, if you're watching this and you have a channel, but you kind of go through this phase of wanting to present yourself, and then you're like, I want to present my best self. And sometimes your best self is yourself that has makeup on, that has a wig on, in my case, that, you know, you're wrapped up in all of these layers to present a self to the people that are watching. Even though in your mind you're like, this is me, there's still layers that even as you are developing. And as I started in April and till now, and I'm developing my character and developing who I am and becoming more and more vulnerable and more just free to show you exactly who I am ripping off layers and layers and layers so that you can get my true self. And I think that Finally Friday is one of those big leaps into who is Melissa. And that's when I took the wig off and I just showed you myself in the most vulnerable state, with no hairline, with no edges, with just, you know, acne and no makeup. My lashes are falling off. Just everything is just me. And I think that that was important because it helped me to just kind of walk into a different layer of my freedom. Being on camera and talking to you like this is so weird because it's like, you know that you are you, but you also want to present the best version of you. But also you want people to see your flaws and want people to see everything that makes up who you are. So I think Finally Friday is how I marry the presentable me with the wig cap. The wig cap self. So it's like you're gonna get me in the raw elements and you're gonna get me in the put together elements, and we're gonna just do whatever we feel like doing on Fridays. So yeah, that's my posting schedule for now. But of course, this is Vlogmas. So we've been posting every single day since December 1st, and we are continuing all the way up until Christmas morning. And I think that that is just the coolest thing. I literally only found out what Vlogmas was this November. So if I didn't come into that knowledge, I would just still be posting on my regular schedule. But the really, really cool thing about Vlogmas is that it kind of just opened the door to possibilities and creativity. So now going into 2021, I think that we're gonna move into another level, another layer, another component of Couch Mom Club, and I think that you guys are gonna be so excited to see what is next.
So what brought you to the decision to start a store with only 200 plus subscribers?
You know, a lot of people will see that and be like, you know, she's so ambitious and she's crazy. I think that people are looking at that and thinking, who does this girl think she is? And I'm okay with that. And I think that the reason why I hit this thing running is because, one, I wasted time in the beginning. And that time was wasted in self-doubt. That time was wasted in trying to convince myself that God had it wrong, that I wasn't the one, that there has to be some other way. And that time was wasted in just developing all these questions that I knew I already had the answer to, but I was like searching. I won't start until these questions are answered. And when I finally got over myself and I hit the ground running. So right away, I think because I was already carrying the weight of what Couch Mom Club is, and because I knew what God is intending for this platform to be, I was like, I'm not gonna waste any time. And it didn't hurt that when people saw me wearing my shirt the first time and saw me drinking from my mug for the first time, that so many of you were like, I want one. So that didn't hurt either. So it kind of confirmed what the Lord had been saying to me the whole time. Just go, just do it. When I tell you what to do, when I give you instruction, when I download something on your heart, just go with it, because I will not put you to shame. And I think that I was just in my head for those months that I did nothing, more than months, year and some, that I did nothing. And I was creating this narrative that the Lord had been mistaken, that he wasn't speaking to me, that he didn't tell me what he'd tell me. He wasn't saying, welcome to the club. I was just tired and I was hearing voices. But the truth is, he was telling me something, and he was giving me instruction, and he was giving me the knowledge of how I would accomplish those things. And now that I have started the channel and I have started the movement of Couch Mom Club, I am doing my darndest not to waste any more time. So when we opened our store in November, on Black Friday, we were very calculated in the timing, but even that launch was late. So it's open now. I know they say better late than never, but I am paying emotionally, I'm paying mentally, and I'm paying in other ways for not starting when I should have started. And I think that that's why what you're seeing is, wow, with only 200 subscribers, she's quite ambitious. And what you're seeing is, she's crazy for doing that in such a little bit of time. But you're seeing me literally playing catch up with what God has said to me. So there we have it. By the way, the store is now live, so you can go ahead and purchase your merchandise.
So, continuing with your store, not all of your merch is directly Couch Mom Club gear, or it says specifically Couch Mom Club. Mm-hmm. What's the story behind some of your other stuff?
There are pieces that are just really inspired by the situation and the times at hand. For example, I have a shirt that says Black Mom Sweet. You might have heard the saying, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I feel like being a Black woman, there are so many times when I felt that there was nothing sweet about being Black. There's just nothing sweet about it, because I think society and like just social unrest, politics, racism in every institution just weighed heavily and just made me feel like there's nothing sweet about being Black, especially not in this time. But I remember the words of my mom, who used to always say, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're damn right. I just came to a realization one day that, yeah, I am sweet. I'm Black mom sweet, because everything about this journey of being Black and now being a Black mother is sweet. It's a sweet experience to know that I've been chosen by God to raise Teo and Noel. I think coming into motherhood has been sweet. Not only because those kids are freaking cute, but their personalities are amazing. It is a pleasure and a joy to raise them. And I think that the ways that it has stretched me and the ways that it's caused me to grow, I'm realizing the sweetness in being their mom. And a part of being their mom is being a Black woman. And, you know, we're in a interracial, multiracial family, but how they come up to understand the world and how they see the world and what they take as perspectives and as knowledge and as truth is largely informed by the fact that I am a Black woman. It just so happens to be that I am coming into a time now where I am okay and I'm happy and I'm comfortable in my skin. And I feel like a lot of the times platforms like these, you don't really see women of color sitting in these seats and having the knowledge and the experience and the courage to talk about those experiences. So I just want to let you know that we're here and it's okay for us to talk about our experiences. It is a sweet thing to be a mom in 2020, almost 2021. Like, the Black woman, the Black mother is probably the most overlooked, most underappreciated, most discarded person on the entire planet. And I am living in the time where we are on the cusp of change, and I am lending my voice to that change. This platform, who I am, doing this thing, is all a part of the change that we will see very soon. Because my daughter will not become a mother and say that there's not enough space for Black women and Black mothers. She won't do it. It just won't happen, because I'm making that different today. I'm starting now to make sure that I lend my voice to seeing that change.
Where physically is Couch Mom Club, and where do you see Couch Mom Club in the future?
All right, so Couch Mom Club, being that I am the original Couch Mom, I live in Canada. I'm in Ontario. More specifically, I am in Toronto. And I just love this city. I think that this city provides so much in terms of multiculturalism. It provides so much in terms of experience. And just the color and the tapestry of Toronto makes it very, very interesting to be a mom. Like, it's just endless, the possibilities of what you can discover here in the city. But because we are online as well, Couch Mom Club is everywhere. Couch Mom Club is everywhere, especially on YouTube. I'm finding that I'm having a lot of people viewing my content in even India. And that is amazing to me, because if you know a little bit about me and my family history, I'm not that far away from India. We got some Indian in our blood too. So I am so thrilled about that. Literally, physically, I am here in Ontario. And my plans, if COVID would just chill, is to have people on the couch with me, moms on the couch sitting with me, talking with me, and just walking through this thing with me. And of course, online, where we come together, all of us, we can do that online as well. So not only am I physically in Toronto, I am also global in that I can touch the living rooms across the nation, across the globe, one couch to another. So physically here in Toronto, but also digitally everywhere.
You say in every single one of your videos to join the club. What do you mean by that?
On YouTube, the whole platform is about subscribers and, getting people to literally subscribe to your channel. That is just basically pressing a button that tells the content creator that I'm here for it. I am watching with you. I am supporting you. I am literally giving to what it is that you're doing. I'm lending myself to what it is that you're doing. And when I say join the club, it is all of that. And it's a part of you becoming a part of society. Moms, we have to stick together, like literally. There is so much society among women and among mothers. There's always a story about women are mean, they're catty, they're all of that stuff. But when you become a mom, wherever those stereotypes are founded, all of that just melts away. When you become a mom, you become just ready to embrace just anybody. Any other mom, especially because you get a layer of understanding that motherhood is hard, and moms sometimes just need a hug. We just need some love. So I think that when I'm asking you to join the club, I'm asking you not only for your support for myself, but I'm asking you to help me to help you, and to help to grow the club so that we can be a voice to every mom that has lost her voice in this big thing called motherhood. That's the thing. Like, when you become a mom, your identity literally gets challenged. You start to define yourself as mom, and you forget that I am first Melissa. I am first Sally. I am first Monica. I am first Elizabeth. You forget that you are a woman, and everything that you are informs who you are as mother, and not the other way around. It's a whole thing about us finding ourselves and coming into everything that we are meant to be, walking into purpose, raising our babies with love and just everything that they need, and making sure that we are also good. So when I say join the club, I'm like, literally join the club. Just come on in, because there's lots of room. So go ahead and join the club and hit that subscribe button, and also click the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next video.
You've rehearsed that, haven't you?
I have. What are we at? Like 82 videos? I've said it consistently, maybe for the past 20 videos at least. But it's not as much as it sounds rehearsed, I sincerely want you all to know that I mean it. Like, join the club. Like, I love each and every one of you guys. And as you join, and as I get to know who my subscribers are, especially if you're interactive with me, if you're talking to me and leaving comments, I promise you I'm going to talk to you. I am going to speak directly to you. So leave your comments so that I get to know who you are. And when I say join the club, even though it sounds, because I've been saying it so many times, there's no love lost. I still love you and appreciate you, and you have no idea how appreciative I am when you do hit that subscribe button. I mean, I always say that there's lots of room. We're in a digital space, so the room is endless. The room is literally endless. So I want you all to join the club, because I feel like we can do something amazing. So
now, what would you say to the people that watch your videos and don't subscribe?
Well, I hope that you like what you see, because I don't know, it's kind of like going to a store and trying something on and not buying it. Like, just buy it. You know you like it. You tried it on, right? You know you like it, so just buy it. Take it home. Look in the different light. You're gonna get to love it, and then you're gonna be very, very glad that you had it. But I hope that if you don't subscribe, you have that same feeling. Like, I know that if I go to a store and I pick up something and I want to buy it and then I second guess it and I put it down, I can't sleep that night. I'm thinking about, I should have bought it. I should have bought it. I should have bought it. So don't have that feeling. Just hit that subscribe button. Don't worry about it. I promise you. It will fit when you get home. It will look good when you get home. It will be the right fit for you. Just go ahead and click that button. It's not a big deal. And it doesn't cost you anything.
I was literally just going to say that.
It doesn't cost you anything. So it's like you go to the store and you second guess whether or not you should buy the item because you don't want to spend that money. But if you click the bell, I promise you, you're not spending any money unless you hit the bell and you head over to my store. Then you might spend a little bit of money, but even that will be worth it. So just go ahead and do it. I love you guys. Happy Vlogmas. This is Vlogmas day number 12.
That's a solid guess. But it's, oh wait, yes, because today is after midnight. So yeah, number 12.
It's the first time, the whole time that I got it right.
It's so funny because you sometimes just randomly call out a number.
Yeah, I'll be like, this is Vlogmas day number 2.
We'll be like a week in and you'll be like, oh yeah, happy Vlogmas day 2.
Yeah, and it will not be Vlogmas day 2 at all. But you just have to, like, that's what I mean by, like, being confident. Who cares whether or not you're confident? If you say it confidently, nobody's going to know. You just say, Vlogmas day number 2. You have people at home thinking, like, oh, by gum. It is Vlogmas day number 2.